Hello everybody, welcome back to Landedkiller Show. Today we're just going to take a quick look at our upcoming update here, or it will be live by the time this video goes live pretty much. So let's focus on what we got going on in this update 11.0. We're obviously not going to watch that entire video, as that is stuff that you can watch on your own time. Otherwise, what do we got here? We got a new line of Pan-Asian cruisers here. These are basically similar to Austin and Atlanta, just with deep water torps for the most part. So you have a variant of the smoke generator with reduced cooldown time that's going to be very useful, I would say. Tier 6 and higher will have defensive AA. Tier 7 and higher will have torpedo reload booster. Tier 9 and Tier 10 are equipped with repair party. Okay, what do we got here? Completing missions will earn you temporary resource, Pan-Asian, as well as the ships Chongqing and Chupan for 2nd, 4th. So they're kind of reverting back to kind of how they did the Dutch cruiser event, which I'm not a big fan of how they ran that event, because I lost a lot of money when I got Johan de Witt. I'm not gonna lie. 59 times I tried for that thing. So you're not going to find me trying for the Tier 9, because I'm pretty sure it says in the Tier 9. Let's see here. Scroll down. Yep, like I thought. Tier 9. Again, available in random bundles. Why are we going backwards? Alright, let's keep going on here. So you can get the Tier 5 and Tier 7 for free by completing the combat missions, which are going to be time-locked most likely. Pan-Asian can be purchased from random bundles, free daily bundles, exchange tokens and armory. Pan-Asian, temporary resource, could be obtained from random bundles for doubloons. Again, they're trying to get you to spend that monies to sit there and get these early, rather than you waiting 2 months and getting your hands on them that way. Rewards for Pan-Asian, sequential bundles. Ugh, hate those. Vermont and Harbin. So they're gonna have the normal sequence bundles with the Tier 6 and Tier 8. Silk Sunrise permanent camouflage for Tier 7 through 10. Honestly, the camouflage does not look impressive to me. It's kind of bland compared to past camouflages. Let's see here. Tier 10 Jinan will become available for purchase in exchange for doubloons after you obtain all sequential bundles available for tokens. Okay, why? At this point, you might as well just sell it directly for doubloons and be done with it. It's kind of ridiculous. Sejong is available in random bundles for doubloons. That's the Tier 9, so don't waste your time with the Tier 9. Completely skip the Tier 9. That's my advice. Skip this. Random bundles, you do not win. Most of the time, you lose on these. Okay, you'll have some people that'll win on the first time, yes. But most of the time, the odds are not in your favor for this. So your best option is either just to do the free route and do the time lock missions, get Chongqing and Chupan, or try your hand with the sequential bundles, because you'll eventually get the Tier 6, Tier 8. And possibly the Tier 10, but I'm just not in favor of Tier 10s being directly for sale. But Wargaming wants to create an environment where they can sell Tier 10 premiums all the time, pretty much. Once these super ships come into the game, they're going to be selling a lot of premium Tier 10s. Mark my words. There's going to be a lot more of them. Dragonport's updated. And keep in mind this, 11.2, so 2 months from now, all of them will be available for everybody to research. So my advice to everybody, do the missions here, or do your sequential bundles. This random bundle garbage, avoid it. Do not even bother with it. It's not even worth it to get Tier 9s anymore anyway, when they're introducing a Tier 11 higher. Super ships being Tier 11. So it's not even worth going for your Tier 9 anymore, because they're going to be the new bottom tier. So you're probably better off trying to go through all the sequential bundles, which I can't see right now because we're not quite in the update yet. You can see that our sequential bundles, Ramont and Harbin, That's what you should go for. I would honestly say stop at Harbin and be done with it. Don't even bother with the tier 10. Just bide your time. Just research it. Don't waste your money. Asymmetric battles. Last 2 weeks we'll see return of asymmetric battles. Temporary battle mode. Basically, you have a bunch of lower tier ships versus a bunch of higher tier ships. Pretty much. And that's not starting up until February, so a couple weeks from now. Ooh, battle tokens will be required to play when playing tier X or tier... Why? Why? What's the point? You just don't want people playing higher tiers. That's the point. I'm getting tired of these tokens taking over everything in this game. It's like every patch there's like 3 or 5 different types of tokens. It's ridiculous. You'll be credited with enough to enter one battle playing a tier 9 to tier 10 ship. Well, I'm going to tell you that most people are not going to be playing tier 9 to tier 10 once you start slobbing the super carriers in here. You can earn community token. Community token is going to be used for so many things. They took out most of their uses already. Some ships are in there for it. Fit because they're superiority to the predecessors. Carefully monitor the current fit into the concept. Therefore, starting in 11.0. Super ships will be in randoms. Okay, well, it had to happen eventually. I'm gonna guess these are gonna launch in springtime or summertime. They're gonna be dumped at probably summertime. Summertime, they like to launch a lot of new features, so I would say summertime. Now, the super carriers aren't gonna be showing up until 11.1. The ones you saw in the dev blog, Eagle and USS United States, those aren't showing up until 11.1. Basically, all your standard super ships until now are going to be popping into random battles. They changed Yamagiri, so it has more torpedo. It has more torpedo options here. Well, it doesn't show you really the stats. I'm going to guess that this is probably a typo, maybe? No, probably not a typo. You can choose 1 or 2 sets under. Okay, now I get what it's saying. So, you can choose types of torpedoes under the equipment tab, so... I'm going to guess before you go into battle, you can choose whether to have this type or this type. Honestly, depending on the speed, you might want to go with this type. Might come in handy, depending on the situation. Detailed statistics in there. You got this division stars going on if you division with clanmates. Pirates in the South, my clan is looking for new players. We're more casual. We're not going to sit there and require you to get into clan battles. Obviously, the goal is once we get a lot of people in, maybe we'll try that. So, there's your little rewards for your division battles. This is going to tell you that they're taking out submarines until update 11.2. Additional improvements will be made ahead of that. I'm going to assume they're going to have a dev blog on this sometime during this patch or next patch where they're going to say this is what we're doing, yada yada, we're changing them. I think the end idea will be like a tank destroying all the tanks. Weak armor, heavy armament pretty much. No idea what they're going to do to the homing. Brawls, happy this is coming back. Great, I don't have to wait too long. Oh, tier 5 ships, that's going to be good. Brawls are one of the few things I still enjoy inside the game. 2 ships the same type each team, easy enough. So this is the time when you can pull out your Fujin, Kamikaze R if you have them. Hint, I know some still have it. Most of the new players probably not going to have that ship since it was a rare one. Once given out in a competition, and it was in Christmas crates for years. Otherwise, I think you can still get OK Hotneck from somewhere, I think. There's ways to win, even without Kamikaze or Fusion. I just like throwing that out there. Then our 8th brawl will be Tier 7 2v2. Interesting. No more than 1 battleship per team. No more than 2 ships per team. Huh. Interesting. Game modes and maps. Huh. So, oh, these are the maps you're using. Okay. 10,000 coal. That's just crazy. Oh, they're going to have a dedicated article. Okay, well, there's no point to have that when you already have most of the details here. For convenience and interaction with aircraft, we've standardized the characteristics of all carrier and patrol fighters, including those carried by premium and standard ships. Okay, so they're basically making all the fighters basically the same in each tier, no special ones. Change will not affect burn because it's a recent premium. They don't want to get people mad. Points. There you go. There's sort of your stuff there. Huh. There's fighters on a tier 3 ship? Which premium ship did I forget about that has that? It's gotta be Katori. I'm gonna guess it's Katori. If it's not Katori, then it's probably the other one. Yubari. It's the Yubari or Katori that has one of those. That's wrong with the cameras on Chakalov. Okay, not really important. You got your HMS Incomparable that's in here. 3,100 steel. Choose between fighter and spotting. It's kind of going with the meta of this game now. They're trying to get everything to speed up and go faster rather than having it be long battles because they want to attract the newer millennial and zillennial audiences probably. I think they forget that oftentimes that those generations are crippled by heavy debt. And that it's mostly retirees that are giving a lot of money into this game now, and it's not the younger folk. So this is going to be a strong contender. I'm going to be making a video about this versus I'm going to explain why I chose to get Stalingrad over this in a future video. It's already planned for a future video later. New permanent camouflage for this. The content and changes. More achievements. Huh. Regional event. Wonder which region. Oh, look. We finally get the Sackville camouflage for Yukon. Took them long enough. Friendship on it. Symbols of Yukon patches. Huh. Interesting. Grandmaster collection emblem for assembly collection of 500 ships. Well, that's what it is, you know. Collecting so many ships, what's the point anymore? They're making so many silly changes. Instead of going into the past where they would have much more options, they're trying to go into the future where they have less options, if that makes sense. Floating around this idea for a while that there should be tiers underneath tier 1, special tiers that do not face tier 1 and higher, where it's battleships, cruisers, and destroyers and submarines from the 1890s. Obviously, I throw submarines in there because I know they're going to eventually become part of the game. Okay. Back to this. Battle of Jutland. We got the premium, and they got a non-premium version, I'm assuming, which will be available for coal, I would assume, at this point. Camouflage, 1%. Why don't they put the percentage for the battleships in here? Probably in a dedicated article later. I believe somewhere it says... Let me see. Yep, there we go. Agincourt, finally in the armory, but only for doubloons. Wow. This is interesting. So if an item from the ships and permanent camouflages group does not drop after you open 249 Battle of Jutland containers, you're guaranteed to find an item in this group from the 250th container. Huh. Was this the premium version or the non-premium version? That's what I wonder. I'll have to clarify this. Change the camouflages. Shorn. That one's so shorn. Shorn-worst. They're telling you that in 11.1 you're going to lose access to Kurfürst and Kabras because they're going to be replaced with Prusen and Delaney, which you're going to have to research. Kabras and Kurfürst will be added to the armory for coal because Wargaming wants you to sit there and grind more coal. Detailed replacement mechanics. Save compensation. Okay, well, is that going to be in free experience or normal experience? Just another way to make you grind more, so you have to re-grind to the new person in Delaney. Now, I haven't researched the line to Khabarovsk. I'm not going to sit there and even attempt that because grinding a line is so long these days. In the old days, you could just sit there and get to tier 7 and grind the heck out of Narai and have enough free experience to sit there and free XP to the tier 8 at that point. But they nerfed Narai's rewards. Okay, last point on this. Bunch of Italian destroyers getting added in for testing, obviously for future patch 11.3, I'm guessing. They might pull something where they pull them in 11.2 if they really want to, but I'm going to guess 11.3. For your Italian destroyers, they don't list the characteristics here. Refer to devlogs for that. Devlogs are on for all these that show you the characteristics. Watch the devlogs for changes to these. This will be the next dockyard ship, this Pan-American Atlantico. It actually looks more interesting than Marlboro. Seriously, we fixed a bunch of bugs. Interesting. Refer to complete list by player support. Aviary contest, this one won. This wasn't the one I wanted to win. The one I wanted to win was number 3 by Helios, the EU. This one looked more impressive to me, but yes, I did give this one a 10 out of 10 as well. So happy day. That'll be decent. I think what they should do is try to incorporate the eagle head some way into the superstructure here to make it look more complete, because I think that's what they're going for here, is like an eagle. This is basically saying the same stuff, just more details. So here's your sequential bundles. What the hell? That's a lot of tokens. So they want 20,000 doubloons for Jinyan. How are you even going to get all these bundles anyway? That's the real question. Huh. Wow. Wow, Wargaming, you've sunk to a new low now. 20,000. And you're still gonna make people do the random bundles for the tier 9 because you want them money A's. Come on. Bundles for doubloons, here we go. Like I said, random bundles. Now, are they telling you the chances here? No. Okay, what is this referring to? Is this referring to here or to here? I think it's probably just referring to here. These guys. I wonder if this is going to be limited to 1 per day as well. Huh. That would be an interesting change, honestly. Huh. Wow. So you're either getting random tokens. Ah, now I see what they're trying to get you to do. They're trying to get you to do this. To get these guys, it all makes sense. So in order to get these guys, the only possible way besides doing these missions is going to be doing this. These people aren't going to have patience. Even this. Mostly this. Who knows how many times you're going to do this? So what does this say? 1, 5. Okay. Trying to think here. Trying to think. Oh, here we go. Here's my calculator. Let's add this up right now. Let's see how many bundles, how much total bundles we got here. 1 plus 5 plus... what is that? 36. 1 plus 5 plus 36 plus 12 plus 6. 60 bundles this time around. 60. So you're going to try to rob you out of potentially anywhere from 1,000 to 60,000 doubloons. That's not really worth it at the end of the day. After seeing this, I'm being like, you should only do the missions and get this stuff for free because it doesn't really seem worth it. They're getting you to gamble, pretty much. They're getting you to gamble. Not really the best thing for this game right now. This is why this game is declining in some ways. The growth rate is very, very slow right now. This is why, because you're having over monetization with this crap. This is crap. Wargaming. Do your auction stuff again. Get rid of this. This is crap. I'm just calling it how it is. This is crap. This should have not made a return. This should be gone. Sorry. This is just how I see it. Because you can't... Okay, let's be fair. The missions... Okay, let's see here. Missions. Probably time locked. These are most likely time locked, right? 14,000 tokens. Where's that going to get you? So, let's do a quick calculation right now. So we go from... Let's add up the cost of those bundles there. For the first bundle, 2,000, plus the second bundle, 5,000... 7,500 there, plus 5,500, 13,000, and there's no way to get to the fourth bundle without spending money. So the only thing you can get for free is really Bramont, the tier 5, and the tier 7, without spending money. Otherwise, you get anything after number 4 here. Looks at things, tokens. Okay, even if you had the additional 1,000, you couldn't get to number 4. Because you'd still need another 7,000, you still need another 6,000 tokens. So, my judgment on this event is, unless it changes, you should stick to the free stuff, and you shouldn't be wasting your money on random bundles. Because I got screwed on Johan de Witt. 59,000. You can get the whole picture right there. Anything interesting here? A little event, blah blah blah, not important. Honestly, choose wisely. Choose wisely in this update. And until next time, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. I'm going to try to have a Stalingrad versus Incomparable video out sometime later. Alrighty, thank you for watching.